Okay, I'm going to well, I have a couple of things to say to myself, but I'm gonna go through basically what my trading is looking like at this point. I actually just took some loss here in Nasdaq. I actually just bought the retest initially at the open here, but then I just got stopped out like 2 times with a small risk. But yeah, I had already like 600 plus, which I'm gonna come. Well, I'm gonna clarify how I actually made those trades. So it actually happened here in gold. I normally do not engage in the prior to the open, but to me it was just so clean that I decided to just take it. What did I see then? Basically, well, market was around here when I actually started trading. When I actually was watching the charts, basically. So it was like, okay, inside bar, downside. So I actually I took a short here in this inside bar, and then I just exited somewhere here. So I got yeah some decent trade there. And I noticed this up bar after retested, and then it just came up, and then this bar actually this next down bar here, which is 855. When it took the high, I noticed that it was kind of weak. It wasn't really doing anything. It's coming down. It will try it up again and then down. So I decided, okay, hey, I'm gonna try this low risk. So I actually sold around here, and I defined this high amount risk. It was I don't know like CC 60, 70 or something. I can't remember, but it was quite tiny compared to the overall risk. And then I basically just well let the price go. It started tanking pretty quick. So I actually didn't do anything here. And then I noticed this thing again because my exit was actually this level here, which is this daily area that I have outlined here. So I exited around here, so it was like plus 600 something. And yeah, I just well, I think it was a pretty good trade, and I was basically just watching the open to see how it behaves. What I did basically now it was as simple as I noticed this. It was failing. It was really doing nothing. So I actually bought when it traded lower, it failed, and then I actually traded higher. So this here, no, actually I didn't buy this bar. I actually bought this bar. So yeah, when it came back up, I just bought it again, and then I just well, for now I came some little drawdown, like I don't know 60 or something. So then I just actually reduced then to 100 here, and now when it broke the high here, I actually went break even because well, if it's supposed to, I mean, if it's a good the good direction for gold as for now, it should continue higher and not to trade lower. Well, that would just mean that I'm wrong. But anyway, I was also waiting for NQ to maybe trade to the lows here in order to buy, but it didn't. So it's just pushing to the outside. Let's see what's next. But so far, I'm out of Nasdaq, and let's see how this trade plays in gold. I want to see this retest of this daily low area here, which is basically yesterday's open, which is here. I don't expect the price to do anything like filling the gap or whatever because actually the gap to the down is actually quite meaningful, which is how much? Well, 2.25%, so it's actually a pretty good one. So there is a big chance that there is a big push to the upside based on that alone. But yeah, let's see. I want to see if it just retests somewhat like nearby the 50%, and that will probably just call it a day. I'm not gonna do much more. Gonna log some profit here just for the sake of the managing my trade a little better than I've been doing too. I could get stopped out. I actually don't care. But yeah, I'm gonna let it be for now. I'm gonna let it play. I wanna see if this bar wants to reject to the upside again, and then maybe breaks its own high, and then let's see if there is further upside. But for now, I'm gonna I'm quite likely to call it a day soon, regardless of this trade. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens from now on. So another quick small update. Actually, I bought the low of this bar, this up bar here on Nasdaq. It would trade higher a little bit, but then it wasn't enough. I didn't remove break even, so I took I don't know like around 100 loss around here. So I'm letting it be for now. I think it should be more upside in my opinion, but I want to see how this bar is closing. And if it closes up, I probably just buy the high of this bar, or maybe I just buy the low again if it comes for the next bar. I'm gonna wait for this bar to close. I'm not gonna touch anything else because I think from this area it could still well show more upside. I'm also waiting in gold to see what this bar is gonna do. If it's gonna be an inside bar, I'm gonna either buy the low or the high, and if it takes the low of this bar, I'm gonna take it as well with small risk. But yeah, let's see, let's see. I like the fact that there is the value area is still to the upside, so there is like there could be more price discovery to the upside. But let's see. I'm about to find out. Let's see what it wants to do from here. I'm actually going to execute here a limit with 2 contracts to see because one thing I like is that the volume is not going any bigger as it's dropping. at prices lower. So it could be just a simple retest and to maybe continue pushing for the next leg. So that's what I'm thinking about. But let's see if you want to take the low, fine. If not, then let's see what the bar how it ends, how it forms. All right, so yeah, well, not the update that I wished, but yeah, I have to still keep it transparent and to myself and clean. But I got stopped out. I think I took a small one as Nasdaq. I think I'm not sure if I said earlier, but also in gold. I bought the inside bar low, but then I forgot that well, this is 10 o'clock and normally gold gets volatile by that time. So well, I took a small loss here. Then price continued trading lower, and it was hanging here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sell the retest to the downside because it might just continue lower, like to fill this entire thing and maybe take this low here. But then it did not. So yeah, I took that loss, and then I noticed the break here and price remaining above this because I was like, well, the momentum is feeling quite strong to the upside with this rejection here at the end, and then this bar just opened and started trading higher strongly. So I said, yeah, okay, let's just take a buy and see if there is more momentum to continue to the initial price direction, which was at the open to the upside. But yeah, I'm not happy about how I managed my profits this time. I think I took too many careless trades at the end. Especially, I failed to identify 10 o'clock in gold, which is, well, is bad because volatility, you could literally see it was actually quite big at this point. But anyway, with that said, this is part of it. And I also wanted to mention some things for myself. Regardless of the outcome of any trade, this trade or whatever trade I took before, um, just as an overall picture, I'm feeling, like besides of the shitty day that pretty much was yesterday, trading wise, I feel overall good with my life. I could say, things are getting on place in a sense. I'm not feeling like scared or nervous or whatever anymore. I'm actually gonna sell Nasdaq, sorry, uh, here on the break of this current bar after rejection from this previous bar. If it wants to trade lower, it should break this low here. But anyway, thing is, I'm feeling overall, I would say great, in a sense. Yeah, I've been giving it a thought about, the overall
Order filled.
development and what's going on. But yeah, uh, I will continue. A bad day is at the end of the day is just that. It doesn't change the fact that why I'm doing this and when I actually love doing this. So yeah, I will continue. I will of course do my best. I need to tackle so many things. I need to also see like how to work out my filtering and my trading overall, and how to be more accurate on my trades, on my entries overall. Even though, like for example, like today, I pretty much failed to do so. I still like this price action here. I think after breaking the inside bar to the low side and failing, it should actually trade higher. So I'm gonna enter the
Order
market again,
filled.
even though it might be a little bit late. Gonna draw this somewhere here, and my risk is again about 100 here. So yeah, let's see. I still believe there is more momentum to the upside, so I think it's a good trade to just rejoin because well, just to based on the current percentage, well, I just gotta stop down break even, so it's a knock and do situation. So I could get it to stop again, so it's part of it. So, but I think price should continue higher, especially after this bar, and let's see what it closes. Okay, I'm gonna add another small update here. What am I doing? Basically, well, at the end, this trade held. This next bar came down a little bit, but then it would just continue trading higher. So this one, actually, this third bar after my entry actually closed above this high. So now it's retesting. I still believe there is going to be more upside, but I'm about to find out, I guess. I think initially I was on the right side when I was thinking about that there might be price discovery based on the value area of the actual day. That doesn't mean that it can go higher. That just means that price was likely to trade higher. But let's see what he wants to do from here. And Nasdaq, what I did was basically I noticed this bar. This is an inside bar after this retest here. So what I did was I waited for this bar. It broke the high, then it came down again around here, and then it came high again. So when it came high again, that's actually when I bought the high of this same bar, and I used the same bar low as my risk. So yeah, as soon as it broke the high here, I actually went break even. I think there was no point for me at that time at that point to just assume an extra risk. So what I'm think is gonna happen? Well, I want to see definitely a close above this high here to maybe see if the leg is gonna, well, it's gonna make a new one. And if it does so, I think I'm gonna maybe go for this gap fill on these highs here. And let's see. It's not like I'm gonna wait for the price to attack there. If I see that my numbers are good when it comes to profits, I may actually just close my trades. But I'm gonna let it play a little bit. I would like to see if this bar continues higher. I also want to see a volume spike maybe as well. Let's see if it follows with the price behavior. And yeah, I would be nice to see. I would like to see an increase, and also, like I said, a close above this range here. That will be optimal for a continuation to the upside. All right, so um, well, I think this was pretty actually a pretty great trade. Nasdaq, yeah, about like I closed it here, so 100 plus points, around 100 points. Anyway, the point is I closed gold here. I noticed this bar was actually struggling to remain on the highs here. I was locked in then here. So what I did was I noticed this. It was like this. I don't know. It's just I cannot really explain it into just a comment. So it's straightforward. I noticed this was actually struggling to go higher, and then it started to trade lower, right? Like it was momentum, like it felt heavy. So I was like, hey, I don't like this. So it wasn't fear. It was just to me, it just makes a lot of sense. So I just got out around here, and then well, it just started tanking basically, and now it's pretty much it was near my entry. I don't know if it would have stopped me at break even, but anyway, thing is, I took the trade there, so I was like 100 plus, I can remember. And then NQ, actually, like I said, this was actually pretty good trade. What happened was I was initially thinking that, yeah, it could possibly still continue to trade higher and take all these highs here, fill the gap, and maybe take this daily swing and this daily level here. But since I had a decent trading goal and I actually had like around 400 something here on Nasdaq, what I did was I actually took my trade when this bar broke this actual bar here. Yeah, it might make sense to get out because market seems so strong, but still I actually don't care. I think it was a good execution. Well, it was somewhat against the things that I tend to do, and I've been commenting quite a lot, which is I mismanaged my trades. I left a lot of money on the table. And for example, today, not out of fear, not out of greed, but I can say that I barely left anything on the table today. So I think in that sense, it's great. I think it's a good thing for me. It's a good improvement. And yeah, like I said earlier, I need to continue to, well, do my best to filter better, to wait for an actual better confirmation when it comes to trading, well, to take my entries, especially because exit points, I think I'm quite good at it. I can call like pretty well like exit points, and then well, at least in these last videos that I made, I can clearly see that well, price end up going there eventually. It might not go during the session that I'm actually trading, but it could either go during the same, I mean, next day, or at some point maybe during the London session or whatever. So yeah, well, I believe and I trust that I am on the bright side of things at this point. My trading is getting better, and yeah, actually now I remember one thing I wanted to say, uh, which I think affected me yesterday to take worse trades. It was the fact that I don't know from where, but I started to pay attention to these opening ranges things. Basically, I don't know, I was watching some video. It's not like I watched in a video and I started executing on that. No, I knew these teachings, and yeah, it's quite simple and straightforward. So I was like kind of just to see like, hey, let's see how it behaves. What's the range is gonna be and what's gonna do. But I think I was too focused on that, and that deviated a little bit from my actual trading, which is the total focus and see price structure and see momentum and all the stuff. So, and see the gaps and the daily levels and so on. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I have said before that I stopped doing. And actually, yeah, I mean, I like to be I just like to call myself out because that's something I shouldn't be doing. Like it makes no sense. Yeah, it's fine to know concepts, to do all the things if you like, and if you feel like comfortable, and and especially if you can back it up with data. That's the most important part here. So my point was, yeah, I was distracted yesterday. It made zero sense to deviate from what I know because, like I said, I know that I have pretty great skills when it comes to this. I know that I can do really well, but definitely that's something that I feel that I believe I have. Point is, I need to make it happen. I need to continue tackling myself. I need to continue avoiding to not to do the things that are, for example, like yesterday, taking me to a really like shitty day, let's say, so trading wise. But yeah, I'm going to just, well, like I said, one day after the other, try to do my best and focus on things that actually matter. And well, like for example, I've been having some discussions with some colleagues that I actually value because, well, they seems to be pretty how to say, like good people, and especially men. They seems to have this guy because, well, I'm saying men because they are two guys, but they have pretty strong values, and that's something I really like a lot on people, especially people who are I spend time with and people who are like kind of getting close to me. So I had a pretty good talks with them, and it kind of helped me to understand, well, my value as a employee and as a man basically, but also to open my eyes a little bit more and see, like, how the working life really is and what it is about. And sadly, it is not about like most of stuff that you see in LinkedIn or some other social networks where well, you know it's praising the values of the companies and blah blah blah. But to be honest, so far for what I've seen, is mostly bullshit. So I don't know. People try to keep you happy with this and that, but at the end of the day, it's just money. It's just working for money. That's why you sell your time, nothing else. So I think it's good to keep it tight. Of course, if you can get benefits on the way, like getting to know like good people and all the stuff, that's actually amazing. But if not, it just really, it makes zero sense to lose your head into things that have like not real like value in life. So yeah, with that said, I think I was thinking about see like if gold closes higher, but that's actually where what I just mentioned come into play. I'm gonna remain disciplined. I'm not going to buy gold because it could definitely continue higher, but I'm not gonna attempt it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna just finish the work that I have to finish now and call it a day. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a different day, and let's see what happens from there.